Hi, I'm Dawn from Just Doing My Best. I am so glad that you're here today. If we haven't met, I'm here every week with a brand new video for women over 40, women over 50 who just want to look and feel their very best. I'm 55, and yes, I cut my bangs at home all the time. I did go to school to cut hair, but I'm going to tell you, when we do this today, it is not that hard, really and truly. I'm going to walk you through it. All we're going to do is this fringe bang, meaning that it's a little bit longer on the side, but you get a lot of versatility out of it. I don't have a lot of hair. My hair is very straight. My hair does not like to be curled. Not at all. So I've had bangs pretty much all my life. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to trim just a little bit off of my bangs, and then I'm going to give it a day or so, see how I like it, see how they fall. Maybe I'll trim more off later, maybe I won't, but I promise this is not hard. You absolutely can trim your bangs at home, I promise. I will link some scissors down below, but the first thing that I want you to know is I want you to cut your bangs dry. Now, your hairdresser probably doesn't cut your bangs or cut your hair dry. She probably does it wet. But since you and I are not doing this every single day, you get a better read, more accurate read of where they're going to fall. When your hair is wet, it's heavy. Plus, you're going to hold your bangs down to figure out where you want to cut them. Do you see that my bangs fall about right here? But look when I let go and I fluff them up a little bit. Now they're all the way up here. That's a good ½ inch or so better difference, right? I'm going to give myself about a ½ inch to work. Once I make a couple of cuts, I can let go, I can fluff them up, and I can see where I am. And do I need to do more? Always do less instead of doing more. You can cut more, you can't cut less. All right, this is pretty much a 3-step process. The first process is, you see I've given myself a little triangle here, kind of a wide triangle. I've pulled everything else back. The first step with these fringe bangs, you want them to be a little bit longer on the sides. When they're longer on the sides, you get a little bit more versatility out of them. You can wear them just plain bangs, but they're also not super long on the side, that you can also do kind of a side swept bang if you want to, and it will just naturally flow and it will look good. Our first step is to brush and comb everything flat, and we're going to make our first cut right in the middle, but instead of going all the way across, I'm going to cut into my bangs this way, kind of up, maybe just at a slight angle. And what that does is it gives you a little bit of a fringe versus blunt cut, which is straight across. By pulling the sides into the middle, that is what's going to make the sides longer. The more you squeeze, the more narrow you do a cut in the middle, the longer the sides are going to be. I don't want them to be a lot longer, so I'm going to make this just a little bit wider and just make sure that none of the hair is bunched up. I'm taking just a very light grip on my hair. So it looks kind of weird when you're cutting into it. It looks like you're just doing an awful job. It looks like you're making little V's, and that's what I want. So you get that fringy look. Now I want to make sure that it's a little longer on the sides. If you wanted it a lot longer, then you squeeze it really tight in the middle and hold a very narrow hold on it, and then do it that way. Now I'm going to look at the center and just make sure that it's the length that I want. Step 1 is kind of making the V cuts on the length. Now I need to make sure that my bangs are not still going to fall very, very heavy. So I need to address this area right here, because this is the hair that comes all the way from the back. And so if I don't cut that off, my bangs are going to lay very, very heavy, and they're going to be very bulky. And again, we want it fringy, we want it wispy, we want it to be light and airy and have some movement. So part my bangs in half, kind of pull them out to the side a little bit and up, and I want my fingers to be parallel to the ground. This big area right here, I'm also going to put some V's in that. So I think I really like it. It's longer on the side, which is what I want, but not super, super long like a bottleneck bang. The third step is just like an extra little check just to make sure that it's not going to be too heavy right here. And all I'm going to do is kind of divide the bangs in half. Bottom half, top half. I'm going to make my V cuts just in that top portion so that it doesn't come to a point in the middle. I have my hair pulled up in the middle, and I want to give you just an extra little tip. Remember I said this hair in the back, that's what we want to just double check just to make sure it's not hanging super heavy and you have a lot of movement. So the further I pull it back, the more I'm going to see whether or not I have a point there, and that's what I want to cut off. Let me go style it and see what I came up with. Well, so far, I love it. But I want to give it a day. I want to go through the entire day, see if the length is where I want it. I know that I do like it a little bit longer on the sides. It just gives me some versatility. I keep saying that, but I like to have options. I like to know that today I can wear it down. Tomorrow, if I want to swoop it all over to the side, I can do that too. So I want to give it a day. Tomorrow, I'll rewash it, I'll restyle it, and then revisit it and see if I need to trim anything else off. But I do like the movement. I like that it's light and airy. So I hope this gives you the confidence to do a fringe bang yourself at home. I will link some scissors down in the description of this video. If you liked this video, if it was helpful, if you feel like you can do this yourself, leave me a comment, let me know, like this video, share it with a friend. I hope that it was helpful. Like I said, I'm gonna live with it for a day, style it again tomorrow, and see what I think. Maybe I'll snip some more off, who knows. Go out today and be blessed and do your best, and I will see you in the next video.